what I want to start calling, at least for right now, we could call it the animation domination, because like the animated projects, even though Phil hates one, um, they have been doing really well the past couple weeks. Um,
Ronan got
just,
really close to the camera there.
just right off the bat, Invincible this week. Uh, the time travel element. I'm not gonna lie. This episode was kind of weak. This episode was kind of weak for me. It was weak. No, no,
Mm.
no. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Tag team.
The Mark and Eve part was weak. Nolan,
Oh.
Nolan and Alan,
Come on.
Nolan and Alan. Hey, Battle Beast. Hey, the whole
Man.
the literal post credit part, phenomenal, top tier. The first okay, you're dealing with an immortal who took over the world and said Mark did it because Mark got sick, or Motor's too crazy to reason with, so he just rips his head off at the end of the day. What was the two twins' names? Fight kick or something. Stupid name. It was
Drop beat and oh my god. It was another weird name that they thought it was cool, but it's Cholo Maridueña from Cobra Kai fame and Blue Beetle.
God
damn it.
The other one was Beetle.
Huh?
Blue Beetle. That was his name. That was the twins' name. Blue Beetle.
So that, but it was just like that didn't get me, that didn't get me, hype. Like, but when it got to Nolan and Alan, watching them fight together, bro, that was like, bro, and then hearing the shocking drop from Nolan talking about it's only basically like 50 purebred, like pure blood Viltrumites out there, and they don't have enough to get them. So it's like I was excited to hear that. Battle Beast basically only wants to beat up Viltrumites. I was happy.
Wait. Lance, wake up Phil first. Phil is falling asleep.
Put the camera on Phil.
Put the full screen on Phil. Yeah, you can
Just
full
click
screen
his
him.
thing.
No,
not him. Or
not you.
Not you.
Him. There you go. See, even his cat is awake for this shit.
Whoa.
I love Robert Kirkman. Anyways,
BBS was bad.
I know that woke him up.
But
Listen,
no, but like this episode.
No, all he had to say was I love Robert Kirkman. You want to get me started? You gonna get me started. Don't even get me started.
Phil, if he gets you started,
I was trying to be nice. Okay?
I'm messing with you.
I
I'm
was
messing
trying to
with
be
you.
nice. I was
I'm
trying to
messing
be
with
nice.
you.
Oh, I know
I love
you
you,
are.
Phil.
And don't think I didn't hear that shit, Mike. Don't
Oh, I
think
know. I wanted you to hear it.
That didn't work. That didn't wake you up. I was like,
No. Phil, if he gets you started, you're never gonna stop.
No, man.
I was
come
like,
on.
when he told my issue with Martha.
You guys know I don't.
It was
Come on,
deep.
man.
It was solid. And then the part where he the whole time travel element where he comes in, he's like, who was that? That made me laugh a little bit because it's just the way like he poked his head through the portal. He's like, take those.
So here's the thing.
It was so sad.
First time I saw it, I was kind of in your realm, Lance, a little bit. I was kind of there because I had just seen the first three, and I was like, "Woo!"
Damn it, Lance.
And then we get to this one, and I think it helped on the second rewatch for me because I had to remind myself of what the dynamic was between the Immortal and Mark, and how much there's so much tension between them, and how much humility was brought on with this episode, and really paint reiterate to folks that this man's been alive for centuries now, and what does that do to someone when they're ready to put the boots on the shelf, and yet responsibility comes knocking their doors. And I pity Mark with the amount of stuff he has to deal with over and over again as Invincible and whatnot. And I don't know, Lance. To me, Invincible.
Lies. False news, Phil. False news.
To me, Jesus. To me, Invincible and Adam Eve. To me, Invincible and Adam Eve. I love the relationship and the dynamics. To me, it is up there for me. People might say there's a hot take, why not? To me, it is up there with Wanda and Vision. It is there with Han and Leia. For me,
With
It
Barry
is-
and Iris.
Well-
What season?
Lois
the
and
only
Clark.
song-
Yeah, what season?
What season exactly?
that matters.
4.
Yeah, I mean seriously, that's like
You just left me, Barry. How could you leave me like that?
Bitch,
You
I was
just
dead.
up and left.
And I'll say this, like to me,
Oh.
I love Eve. Jillian Jacobs is such a gift to this show that I haven't seen this dynamic between two heroes and how one is there for the other and is willing to accept responsibility with and I know Phil. Oh, I know Phil loves this element.
Man,
How they're willing to share like guilt and whatnot. And like to me, the fact that this is their first second date and it's almost like a therapy session. And like it that's what I love about the show is that it like the super stuff is cool, but damn, the
Yeah.
Eve and Mark stuff is the
music
stuff
playing,
that just
music,
and
it was
it
that's
enhances
what
it, man.
balanced. It was balanced, man.
Okay,
It's
but,
like-
okay. I'll rewatch it. But the cold open with him basically committing treason, I like that. Like the fact that Mark is just willing to crash out because he hates Cecil so much. I'm here for that all day. I'm here for
Rex and Ray, Rex and Shrinking Ray.
Come on, the
That
grocery,
dynamic.
not the big stuff, the groceries,
true,
the
true,
groceries.
Oh,
Okay,
Come
okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll
Come
give you that.
on.
I'll
But
give
then-
you that.
but-
I'll give you that.
but then I agree with you. Nolan and Alan, woo, that
They
Tango and
stole-
Cash
They
vibe.
stole the show.
Oh, and the fact that like literally shots are from the pages of the book, you know, the boom, and then the battle beast walking out, and I just love Seth Rogen is doing his thing, and again for me it felt like Tango and Cash for a hot minute watching this show, yeah, I think it's as strong as the first three, different flavors, but it's giving these individuals outside of the superhero stuff more stuff to make them connected to me. And again, besides what was it, Daredevil and a little bit of She-Hulk, seeing the superheroes get it down under, and seeing how much
Get
for 3
busy.
seasons people have, like I've been waiting for them to like finally connect in a very organic pace, and just that was funny. The fact that like Debbie was like, what's that noise? And like we've all been through that stuff of just like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to like hit the bases and families coming knocking and whatnot, and just yeah, I
said-
adore this episode.
Wait, did you say hit the bases? Ah!
The basis.
And to me, this episode was one of my favorites to edit because I knew if anybody's seen it, I had to throw in a little Rush Hour thing, and I threw in, there's a moment from Rush Hour 3 when he says, "Come on, what was it? Come on, Tiger, don't hide that dragon." And I was like, "That's my little thing for Mark." I'm like, "Attaboy, like go get him and whatnot." But yeah, I dug it, Mike.
I get it.
Listen, you don't know what you guys are in
Damn
store for. I'm telling you, this is the Civil War of animation right now, and in ways of this is the Empire Strikes Back of this series.
Robert Kirkman is awesome.
And I'm just saying this. I was also with Nerd Dragon when we went to go see Superman, and he I think he enjoyed it. But like I just want to know, but I can't say nothing until the embargo's lifted. I can't say nothing until the embargo's lifted. But I will say is that I say I love Invincible is so great.
Bill, don't fall out of your chair.
Because so
Somebody
Lance, to
clip
your
that.
point, you said this was slow, and that's intentional. That's intentional. You understand the emotional weight they're taking Mark into this
Ronan.
season. See, Mark is even him going to the future with what would they all represent? You thinking that was so out of place, and I won't blame you for thinking that. But on a deeper level, you have to think that similar to the writings of Jeff Johns, who's so great.
I wouldn't love
I think
that
he-
guy. Oh,
I love his Green Lantern series. I love the Green Lantern series. It's so great. But what I'm saying is Mark is this whole theme of this season is Mark dealing with the consequences of his actions, either intentionally or unintentionally, right?
Yeah, I get
and
that. I
that
feel
even from
that.
an
I feel
emotional level, even from when it comes to him, being a big brother to Oliver, and actually kind of understanding some themes that his dad was trying to do and then realize, hey, maybe my dad, the things he was doing was probably right, correct. We don't know. And then you're asking all the things he's going through emotionally.
Hold on, Draven. You got to look at his name.
Is messing with him.
Oh, he changed
like,
it back.
That's just one of the things.
Right. But it's like messing with his head, like, hey, am I a good person? When he's just trying to have some sense of normalcy, right? And Eve, being the healthy partner that she is that she like, no, this day ain't over. We still on our day after not understanding what he just went through. Like, hey, you probably went through something very traumatic, but like that's not going to ruin our time because now you're not dealing with someone who's separate from this world. Unlike with Amber, that would have gone left real quick just because of circumstance. But with Eve, like, no, I know what you got to do. Hey, let's still have a good time. And flying, like that was Spider-Verse type stuff. Come on. Like that was like swinging through the city type stuff, like with Spider-Verse. But yeah, it was beautiful, and so
no, I like that. I like that moment and then seeing like the flash. No, I had kind of like I looked away for like a second. Then I looked back. I was like, wait, why did he put back on the original suit? I got thrown off. My wife was like, it's a flashback. I'm like, my fault. My fault. I was taking notes. Like taking notes now, like legitimately taking notes or watching the episodes. It's so tedious because I don't want to miss.
It's worse than movies because it's dark.
But yeah. I was in Captain
to
America
me-
like this. I was in Captain America like this.
Oh
Hey,
man.
you know what? Easiest mental note you can make with the show is the animation isn't great. So